Why doesn't a higher golf launch angle always mean higher ball flight? Imagine watching a golf shot and thinking, if the ball leaves the club face at a steeper angle, it should fly higher, right? Well, it's not always that simple. Even if you increase the launch angle, the ball might not go as high as you expect. That's because launch angle is just one piece of the puzzle. When we talk about how high a ball flies, we need to look at other factors that work together. First, spin rate plays a big role. If the ball spins back quickly, it creates lift, helping it stay in the air longer and reach a higher point. But if the spin is low, even a high launch angle might not keep the ball up. You could have a shot that leaves the club steeply but doesn't spin enough to stay in the air. So, the ball might climb initially but then drop faster than a shot with better spin. Next, ball speed matters. If the ball doesn't leave the club face with enough velocity, it won't travel as far or as high, even if the launch angle is high. Think of it like throwing a ball gently versus throwing it hard. The harder throw goes farther and higher. So, a high launch angle combined with low ball speed won't produce a tall or long shot. The way the club hits the ball also makes a difference. If the club strikes down on the ball, it tends to produce more spin but a lower launch angle. Conversely, hitting up on the ball can increase launch angle but might reduce spin. The combination of attack angle and club delivery impacts the overall flight. Clubs and their lofts are another factor. Different clubs are designed to produce specific launch and spin characteristics. For example, a driver with a loft of around 16 to 20 degrees is meant to launch the ball high, but if you use a club with less loft or change the face angle, the results change. Simply increasing the launch angle without considering these factors won't always give you a higher ball flight. Environmental conditions also influence how high the ball goes. Wind, altitude, and temperature can all affect the flight path, regardless of the launch angle. For instance, hitting at high altitude can make the ball fly higher naturally, even with a moderate launch angle. Professional golfers understand that launch angle alone isn't enough. They use data from launch monitors to measure spin, ball speed, and attack angle. They then adjust their swings and equipment to optimize all these elements together. For example, they might choose a driver with the right loft or tweak their swing to produce the ideal combination of launch and spin. So, a higher launch angle doesn't always mean a higher ball flight because it depends on how much spin, how fast the ball is moving, and how the club strikes the ball. All these factors work together to determine how high and how far the ball actually goes. It's about finding the right balance, not just aiming for the steepest launch.